yeah, to me, I mean, we have so much liquidity with DAI, and there's a lot of support for DAI already on PulseX that, yeah, to me, it's just like buy your DAI on whatever, however you get onboarded, send that to your wallet and bridge that over to PulseChain. So
Exactly.
yeah, and it's just so great to have the bridge totally open like that. I mean, we're seeing I was mentioning the prices of the other tokens. So I mean, PulseX right now, we were just talking about it off the air. It's starting to tank a bit again. It's funny because how quick these things move, because in the notes today, we were going to talk about how great PulseX was performing. And it was, this isn't, fudding or anything.
No.
But just how, we're still so early, and I think we're all just reacting to every little thing that happens, which is fine. Everybody's excited, but we all expected, many people, I should say, expected a big sell-off of PulseX to get into PulseChain. Because we all know.
We're seeing it now. I mean, that's what a lot of this is the first dip that we're actually seeing. A little bit of sell-off. People got a 2x or so, and they were content with getting rid of some of their stuff.
Right.
So fine, get out. We'll see you when you buy in higher, because we all know how this story goes. And for the early weak lettuce hand soy boys that want to get out early at a 2x, we've seen it before. It's going to go up, and then they're going to buy in, and they're going to chase it, and you probably will never see some of these lows again. It could dip even further. So they, maybe if they do decide to buy back in, if they think they're front running the dip, maybe to buy back in, that's also a possibility. But one big whale that comes in, we saw that there was how much moved in, $157 million now that has come over the bridge.
Yeah.
One big whale could just send this price up and never come back to that price again. So, you're better off not playing those silly games, trying to think you're going to front run a dip and just miss it. You end up buying back higher and getting less coins than you had before. So,
yeah, that is definitely a good point. I was just checking right now to see, looking at here we go, EHEX price and PHEX price. So yeah, PHEX is a good 14-15% above the price of EHEX right now. We got PHEX at about 2.1 cents, EHEX, as we mentioned, at like just below 1.9. And we'll go to PulseX since we were just talking about it. So yeah, it just lost that 4 zeros and an 8 number, so it's down. This is kind of retesting where it just was, I believe, at one point yesterday, in this point quad 0.7 range. So that's a good
7.5 was the low yesterday. The 4 zeros,
right.
7.5 ish right in there was about as low as it went.
Yeah. So we're good. I mean, obviously that'd be like 20% off of the SAC price basically right now. So So yeah, and for anybody that is questioning that, because I think that's a really good thing to know. I would want to know that, because you're thinking about, it's a really good feeling, like right now with PulseX, to be like, holy shit, I can buy it right now for below what all these people sacked for a year and a half or whatever.
Just about. Yep. I mean, so right here, I don't know what this, it says 0.798x SAC. So it's calculating for some reason that we're still above. I think there's a zero missing or something like that, maybe.
They have the 4 zeros. That is the right price. I'm not sure what they mean by that underneath it, but SAC price would definitely be 0001. So it's definitely below SAC. So I'm not sure. Could they maybe mean something from PulseX's low, because its actual price low was lower than this? It was down 92% or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that's off. I mean, if you're starting at 0.0001, you would want we're back up to 8 again. You would want you would want this to say, negative for the SAC value of whatever it is. So I don't know.
Probably a bug of some sort, or they just have the pulling in the data wrong. I don't know, but it definitely, maybe they're just, what it might be is maybe they just only have it updated for like how over the sack rate it is, and aren't planning for if it's under, and maybe it's just defaulting to that. Who knows? But
Yeah, I'm not sure.
hexpassiveincome.com. My friend Crypto Coffee has created what I think is probably the best course for a new cryptocurrency investor. Not only that, but these courses usually charge an arm and a leg. Crypto Coffee is only charging $200. I think right now he actually has a discount for $150. I have a link below in the description. If you are new to crypto, do not understand Hex and how it works, click the link below. It's a quick, easy course. He only gives you the basics. I personally, myself, have thought about creating an intro to crypto course in the past. I don't think there's any reason to do so because Matt, Crypto Coffee, has already taken care of that. And I don't think anything needs to be added by anybody else. So check it out. The link is in the description, and sign up to Hex Passive Income today.
But it is, I mean, clearly though, we think a great buy right now. You barely had that opportunity with actual Pulse. It wasn't below there for that long, but it is retraced, and it's now still about a 2x over the sack rate. It is at 3 zeros and a 1.9.
Yep.
So it's still chugging right along. And let's talk about this PulseX thing, I guess. We have show notes, obviously, but we're just kind of ebbing and flowing and getting right into the good stuff here. So with PulseX, so it came out of the gate a little bit slow, but then last week spent most of the week just absolutely dominating. It was up like 50, 60% for a few days in a row. And it was, again, we're all reacting to everything so quickly. So it started to be like, shit, maybe we were wrong about this huge PulseX sell-off. That 3 times the people have PulseX that have Pulse and blah, blah, blah. Well, now everything's selling off right now. Who am I kidding? But still,
Right.
We are seeing PulseX, again, dive down below that sack rate. So yeah, what do you make of it? I mean, you did just say you think we're seeing it right now. What do you make of this whole ecosystem? Is it what you expected so far in terms of the price action? And what do you think we'll go with PulseX right now? We see in the next few weeks as far as price. Do you think we see a continuation of what looks like this longer term sell off as it launches?
Well, no, I think it's going to run up again. I think there's going to be more. So what happens is, so as you can see right here, we've burned 59 billion of these PulseX coins already.
Mm-hmm.
So as the volume of the chain slows down, there's less buy and burn. And you're going to see ebb and flow as the volumes kind of change, I think. And the cycles of people taking profits as well. I think we're going to get down. We're probably going to test it, and then it's going to rocket up a little bit higher, and then it's going to pull back again. We're going to see a lot of up and down, and back and forth with it for a little while. It's still early. It's not even a month old. We haven't really found that floor yet. So yeah, I mean, it could go considerably lower pretty quickly. I do, however, think it will get bought up as well, just as fast as it gets down there. I think it'll get bought up, and we may never see, that will be the bottom. Kind of just the way it happened with Hex is when it hit that 0.00005655, that was the bottom. It never went back. So,
Right.
I think you're going to see something similar to that now, because there is trillions of coins right now. This could go even lower. So, there's a possibility of even grabbing another zero. If that happens, I would back the truck up and, get as much as you can at those prices, because, again, once it takes off, it may never come back there, and it could take off rather quickly.
Right. And just a note real quick, I pulled up Pulse Burn on my end. What it's saying is actually right on there. So it's saying 0.79x SAC. So 1 times 0.79 would be 0.79. So it's saying it's 79% of the SAC rate. Is what it's
Yes. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody in the chat, so we're right and you're wrong in the chat. Nah. The SAC rate would be 3 zeros and a 1. That's what it would be. So
yeah, it's not 4 zeros for both of them. Pulse was the same way.
Right. Yeah.
because it was 1 per 10,000. So it is 3 zeros and a 1.
Yeah. So that's all they mean by that. But
Yeah.
either way, I mean, Paul, we've seen good performance with both of these.